Hello there, Internet! Version 2 here with Let's React to Pokemon Direct for the 5th of June, 2019. 9/19. I was trying to one hand realize I couldn't. This is from my understanding, the Sword and Shield Direct, where we get to find out more about the game that takes place in Britain, Scotland, the UK, somewhere in Europe. Probably somewhere in the United Kingdom. I'm actually doing this on time. And by on time, I mean only about 12 hours afterwards. So I haven't seen anything. I've had a total media blackout on my phone. So I haven't seen anything about this. It was only when I downloaded the video that I realized it was only 16 minutes, which I thought this was going to be a 45-minute direct. I don't know what made me think that. I may have been confusing that with the E3 direct that's coming out soon, that it was going to be that long. But I don't know. But either way, I just want to see, one, the gimmick that they're going to introduce in this generation that they're going to ditch in the next one, because they always do that. I want to see, now that we actually have a proper next gen, and by that I mean Generation 8, a full proper main series new generation game on a home console, the Switch. No current games on there. On the Switch, I love being next to the shelf. I can grab props throughout videos. It works really well for me to be stupid. Are we going to get anything that's different? Anything that sets this apart from previous ones? I mean, obviously the biggest one is animations for battles, so you can actually see the Pokemon do more different things like they did in Stadium, and to an extent Coliseum, and even Pokemon Battle Revolution, as opposed to the 3DS ones where it's kind of things. So, are we going to get any of that? What are the new features? What are they going to put in this to sell us on this game that isn't, it's a Pokemon game on a home console / it's a Pokemon game? I'm really curious, because this is 16 minutes just on this. Are they just going to show us new Pokemon, show us parts of the areas, or are they going to focus on new features and new ideas of how they're going about it? I'm really curious whether this is going to be, this is what is a new generation, this is what makes this different. That's what I'm most curious about, so I'm excited to see what we've got. Oh, and once again, straight into it.
Welcome to Pokemon Direct.
Thing going across the screen or anything.
From the Pokemon Company.
Sup? What do we got?
Today,
blow me away.
I would like to provide the latest news about the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games.
You can't hear a difference, but I can. What do we got?
Again, please take a look at this video.
Not my seat properly. It's fine, don't worry about it. Game footage, not final. It's only gonna look better. Ah, Fable 3. Why is that where my brain first goes to? This is like a court that they're battling in. It's like a train. This strikes me as probably what the training school's gonna be. Oh yeah! Yeah, that's actually what that is. It's like a training court. Sup, hi everyone. There's a lot of people here. Alright. Whoa! Okay. They looked like another fire, water, grass set of 3. Throw! Sup, throw. Whoa! I like the look of that edgy motherfucker. I want that edgy motherfucker already. Are you doing the thing? Are you doing the thing? Is that like a dark evolution of Skarmory? Are they doing the thing from... Yeah, they are! The thing from Let's Go where Pokemon actually wander around. Have they removed random encounters? Because people reacted really negatively to that when they showed that in the first reveal of this direct. Because apparently, again, I haven't played Let's Go, but apparently there's no random encounters. All Pokemon are just walking around. So if they've actually done that for this, then hey. So what is happening here? See, like, this looks like a new thing. This is what I was curious about. Giant Pokeball? Well, I guess this is the new gimmick for this generation. Giant summons of Pokemon. Definitely an interesting way to go about it. I want this to be them combining Z moves and Mega Evolutions into like one gigantic thing. Okay. How How much do we actually play soccer football? Nice little drone camera going around. Okay, so summoning giant Pokemon is a thing. Okay. Okay. That's the gimmick for this generation that'll be abandoned in Generation 9. I knew it! I knew there'd be one! I knew it! There always is. There has been since Mega Evolutions. I mean, there's been a smaller one since before then, but that dude looks fancy as fuck.
Hello, I'm Masuda from Game Freak.
Hi, I'm Omori from Game Freak.
I had it preloaded this time.
What did you think of the video? Today, we would like to deliver the latest news on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
I really liked
to
the
all
giant
of you around the world,
things.
right here
It's gonna
from
be a
Game
gimmick
Freak's
that's gonna be
offices
abandoned
where
next
development is
generation.
underway.
I know, I don't like how Mega Evolutions and Z-moves affect meta.
You can take on the
That's
role of
the
the
main
main
thing.
character, who resides in the Galar region. After choosing Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble as your first partner Pokemon, you will embark on an adventure to become the champion.
Grookey!
Your journey will take you through vast and lush grasslands, towns in which you will find humans and Pokemon working together, and many other locations filled with
So if they can
rich
just show
personality.
Pokemon more, like if they can do more to make
Pokemon
the world
battles
feel
are the
more
most
alive.
popular form of entertainment in the Galar region.
That was cool animation for Woodhammer there.
Stadiums across the Galar region are frequently filled with cheering crowds that have gathered to witness battles between gym leaders and challengers.
So these are gym battles. Okay.
The excitement of these battles
Are we gonna
is
have
often
gyms like where we
broadcast
do
on
puzzles to
television
clear
in the
through them?
Galar region
It's
as
kind of
well.
not been a thing for a while.
The most exciting part of visiting a new region is, of course, encountering Pokemon that you've never seen before.
That's easier.
To tell you more about some of the Pokemon that reside in the Galar region,
Pikachu.
I'd like to hand it over to James, the art director on these games.
Hey, Jamie.
I like that red one. I like the
Hello.
edgy bird though.
I'm James Turner from Game Freak.
Sup?
I worked as the art director for these games. There are a lot of never-before-seen Pokemon that await you in the Galar region. But allow me to
This is obviously
introduce
always
you
one of
to
the big
just
selling
a
points.
few
What are
of
the
them.
new shit you can catch?
The first Pokemon I'd like to show you is Wooloo.
It's adorable.
This Pokemon's defining characteristic is its fluffy fur, which is
It
treasured
is
by weavers
adorable, I'll give
in
it
a
that.
town in the Galar region.
It's more adorable
who
than
use it to
Maripia's.
craft popular specialty goods. This Pokemon here
I like
is
this one.
Gossifleur, the flowering Pokemon.
It looks this one's adorable
Gossifleur
as hell.
favors places with clean air and water.
Look at
And
it.
its pollen is said to have healing properties.
Look at its like little
This
petal
next
dress.
Pokemon is called Dreadnought,
This thing is
the
ridiculous.
bite Pokemon. The sharp and jagged edges of its jaw allow it to bite off chunks of rock and iron. Its vicious nature makes it a difficult Pokemon to tame for all but the most experienced trainers.
You'll catch it and I'll
This
fight for you.
Pokemon that can be seen flying steadily through the sky
Who's this fucking
is
edgelord?
called Corviknight.
That's a cool
It
name.
puts its skills to use when working as a flying taxi, which will take the player back to any town he or she has
What a
previously
fucking metal
visited.
taxi.
As
Not
many
a
of
thought
you
I'd
already
think.
know,
Not a thing I thought I'd say
some
in this
Pokemon
direct
can
at
evolve,
all.
changing their
Metal
appearance
taxi.
and becoming stronger in the process.
You hail it by going yo, and it comes
Gossifleur
down and grabs you like
is
this.
one of these Pokemon. When Gossifleur evolves,
It gets
it
worse
becomes
looking.
Eldegoss.
Is
As
it
you can
gossip?
see, there are now small seeds scattered across its fuzzy head.
It looks
These
worse.
seeds are said to promote growth in plants and can revitalize both people and Pokemon.
It looks worse. Go back to
That's
looking
all I
cool.
can show you this time. There are lots more Pokemon living in the Galar region.
It looks
for you to
worse now
discover.
though.
Of course, you can look forward to finding many Pokemon
Arcana.
you're already
That's
familiar
right.
with.
No, that's Growler. Growler. That's
I
the
hope
one.
you're as excited as we are to encounter the amazing variety
Hashtag Terry the
of
Tangler.
Pokemon
Hashtag
that
Kevin
inhabit
Punt
the
belongs
Galar
in jail.
region.
Hell yeah. References. Am I cool yet? See, Sun and
Meeting
Moon
lots of
as a
Pokemon
game
is
to
one of
play
the
through
thrills
was
of the
my
adventure.
favorite because I enjoyed
And where you will
Alola the
find
most as a
widest
world. It
variety
felt
of
really
Pokemon
alive,
out
and it
of
felt like
anywhere
a
in the
place
Galar region
the
is
most.
in a place called the Wild Area.
So I'm really curious if this game's going to capture
This
that.
wild area stretches between cities
Being able to
and
see
is
Pokemon
filled with
walking
abundant
around helps
nature
out a
as
lot.
far as the eye can see.
Hyrule
Different
Fields.
Pokemon can
It's
appear
Hyrule
depending
Fields.
on where you are and what the weather is like, meaning there will be new discoveries for you each day.
Steelix is flying.
Some
Still
of you may
acquaints me.
already have noticed, but while adventuring through this area, you have control over the camera, allowing you to better search for items and Pokemon. Search far and wide in
Okay.
the tall grass, in the skies above, and even in the
People
lakes.
are talking about this
for
game
you
becoming
never
more
know
like
what
Breath
you
of the
might
Wild,
find.
and I guess this is the closest you're gonna fucking
In
get.
certain
by it
locations in the
becoming more
Galar
like
region,
Ocarina of
a
Time.
new phenomenon can be triggered that makes a Pokemon giant in size and gives it incredible
This is on the
strength.
screen.
This phenomenon is called Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing opens up new possibilities in the heated battles performed by trainers and their Pokemon.
Like, it's amazing
For
how
more
much
details,
I
I
called
would
it
like
a
to
new
turn it
gimmick
over
that
to
would just
Iwao,
be like
the planning
Mega
director
Evolutions
for the
and Z
games.
moves. That will not be in the next one. They just go full on fucking
Hi,
Ant-Man
I'm
Civil War on
Iwao
it.
from Game Freak and the planning director for Pokemon Sword and
At least it doesn't
Pokemon
fuck up
Shield.
the design to make him look like shit like almost every
Let me
single
tell you
Mega
more about the new
Evolution looking
Dynamax
fucking
feature.
garbage.
This will surely bring about all new strategies to Pokemon battles.
Noticing the fishies in the background.
Pokemon from the Galar region can Dynamax to not only become massive in size, but also boost their power.
I'd hope their power would be boosted. They're fucking gigantic.
All the moves they know turn into powerful max moves.
Brrr!
Dynamaxing can be used once per battle.
Of course.
However, the Pokemon will revert to normal after 3 turns.
Oh, okay.
So, you need to choose wisely when to trigger it.
It's combining
Mastering
Mega
Dynamax
Evolutions
will
and
be
Z
key to
moves.
becoming a full-fledged Pokemon trainer in these games.
That's basically what it's trying
Remember
to
that
do.
wild area we told you about? If you connect to other players, you'll find more ways to play there. One of these new multiplayer features is called Max Raid Battles, in which 4 Pokemon trainers can join forces to challenge wild Dynamax Pokemon.
Wow, they're actually
In
like
Max Raid
implementing
battles, the
ideas
wild
from Go
Dynamax Pokemon
into
keeps its
this.
giant form for the entire battle. Not
I'm
only
really
that,
curious
it
what
also
the
has
multiple
special
people in the
powers
Wild
that
area
make
means
it an
though.
extremely
Is there going to be
formidable
actual
opponent.
live multiplayer running
Only
around?
one of these 4 players who have teamed up for the Max Raid battle will be able to Dynamax their Pokemon in each battle. So coordinating with your team will be crucial when taking on these powerful wild Pokemon.
Like, the idea of cooperative multiplayer
If
things
you and
actually
allies
excites
manage
me.
to emerge victorious, you will get a chance to capture the Pokemon in a truly dynamic catch sequence. The Pokemon that you can take on in Max Raid battles
Really
also vary
curious.
depending on where you are in
Yeah,
the wild area and
Clefable!
the state of the weather.
I really like Clefable.
Among these different Pokemon are some that can only be caught after you defeat them
Yes,
in
there's
Max
ones
Raid
in there that
battles.
aren't Gen
So we
1.
hope
Thank
trainers
fucking
will join
God.
forces and
Almost
test their
everything they get
skills
something
against a
interesting with
variety
these
of
new
Pokemon.
things is either the generation that gimmick is introduced or Gen 1, and it
Max
fucking
Raid Battles
sucks.
features
Give it.
strategic, cooperative 4-player gameplay against a single Pokemon, which is a first for the main series of Pokemon
That's
games.
what I'm excited about. Actual multiplayer.
It's going
Like,
to be a
new
ton of
shit
fun
that they
to
can
use
do
your
because it's on a
Nintendo
home
Switch
console.
system's local wireless functionality to tackle these battles with friends in person and experience the excitement together.
Can you do it over the
You can
internet?
also connect with other players
Yes!
over the internet to enjoy playing with other trainers from all around the globe.
Yes, okay.
So I hope you'll try Max Raid battles with all sorts of
This
other
is
players.
this is actually quite interesting. This is something new and different because it's on a home console. That also works being a console that you can
Next,
take
I
with
would like
you
to introduce
do
some of the
wireless
people
stuff.
you'll encounter on your adventure.
Like, Pokemon is a game that could make the most out of being a
This
home
guy
console
is
and
the
a portable
greatest
console
trainer
out
in the
of
Galar
most of
region,
Nintendo's
and
franchises.
also the current champion. His name is Leon.
This dude
In a
looks
region
fucking
where
cool. He's
Pokemon
extra
battles
as
are so
fuck, but I
widely
like
enjoyed,
it.
his undefeated record in official matches is all the more incredible. His popularity is only enhanced by his shining personality, winning
His
him the
outfit
adoration
is so
of
fun. I like how he's got a
trainers
sword
across the
and a
region.
shield on
It's
his
no
fucking
exaggeration to
jersey.
say that he is the most prominent
Guernsey,
trainer in all
sorry.
of Galar. The champion
Football
has a
players
younger
call it
brother
Guernseys or
who also
jerseys?
happens to be
I
one
don't
of
know.
your rivals. His name is Hop. Hop dreams to one day become champion just like his elder brother, and he trains vigorously every day towards this goal.
Okay.
His
A
journey
sibling
to
of the
Galar
champion's
region
your
begins
rival,
on the
okay.
same day as yours.
Of course, yeah.
On your journey, you and Hop will receive a great deal of support from these two characters.
Sup? I like your hair.
Professor Magnolia is the professor of the Galar region and specializes in researching the Dynamax phenomenon.
Sup? Yeah, because
Sonia is her granddaughter and also serves as her assistant.
Sup?
Their abundant wisdom and sound advice will surely come in
He has
handy
all like
throughout your
sponsors
adventure.
on his fucking jacket. Because he's a soccer player. Football. It went off anyway.
Next, I would like to talk about the Pokemon gyms in the Galar region. You and your rival will need to take on the Pokemon gyms throughout the region in order to achieve your goal of becoming champion.
Like, is there any puzzles for the gyms that we get to run through and do, or are they all just giant fucking
special
stadiums?
Locations that allow for Pokemon to be Dynamax.
Because I missed that. I missed the gyms that were like
The
puzzles
gym
to
leaders
go
also
through and
have
solve. Gen
extremely
3 and 4 were the
powerful
best ones
Dynamax
for that.
Pokemon on
They
their
kind of
teams,
just...
so you will need to counter
from
them
there.
with some of your own.
Like, I want shit like the flying gym in Hoenn,
Battles between
where it's
two
the gates
Dynamax
that move around.
Pokemon
'Cause that was
are
like a genuine
explosive
puzzle
and will
for
cause the
that.
energy and excitement in the stadium to reach its peak. Let me introduce
Someone
one of
edit
gym
in
leaders
the
to you.
Metaton thing from Undertale for
This is the
star
grass type
ranking.
expert, Milo. This gym leader is all about enjoying battles alongside his trustworthy Pokemon, and you will have to overcome his tenacious fighting style to continue your journey. Look forward to facing many more heated battles against gym leaders over the course of your adventure.
We've shown off quite a bit today, but I have one more video I would like you to see.
Always be on brand.
Please take a look.
It's how you succeed in life. What do we got? Alright, okay. Oh, of course! Of course, the legendaries! Wow, they made a shield Pokemon actually look fucking cool. Insert Sith reference! Wow, they actually make the shield one look cool. They look very similar to each other, actually. Like, they look like the same Pokemon wearing different... Oh, no, there's slight differences in their shape. I like the look of both of these. They made a shield Pokemon look fucking cool. And that's just Sith. That's just Grey Wilt Sith.
The two Pokemon you saw in the video just
Sith.
now are in fact legendary Pokemon.
Oh, I'm so
of the Galar
excited
region,
to see what the
called
gun
Zacian
one looks
and
like.
Zamazenta. Look forward to discovering for yourself just what role Zacian
Like, it's
and
literally
Zamazenta
just
will play
Sith. The
in
way
story.
he holds it in his mouth, it's just Sith.
I hope you enjoyed today's Pokemon Direct.
I'm impressed
Of
with the
course,
shield one.
what
Like,
we
a sword
revealed
one was
today is
always
just a
gonna look
small
cool because
part
it's a
of what you
fucking
will find
sword.
in Pokemon
They
Sword
actually
and
make the
Pokemon
shield one
Shield.
look like it makes sense and look cool.
There are many more Pokemon
I'm impressed.
and interesting
I'm
characters
very
for you
impressed
to
with the
discover
shield
in
one.
the gallery.
What is the gun one gonna look like? I am so excited to see that.
We're
No,
putting
it's not
everything
real, but
we've
it's
got
fun
here
to
at
imagine.
Game Freak into making Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
It'll be Ultra
a game
Shield
that
and Ultra
everyone around the
Sword, we all
world
know
will
it.
enjoy.
Please look forward to it.
Sorry, Max Sword and Max Shields because of Dynamaxing. Of
Thanks
course.
to all of our guests from Game Freak. Finally, I would like to announce the release date.
Ooh!
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be available
Those
on
box
November
arts are
15th,
lame.
2019. As a
They're
global
better than the Let's Go
simultaneous
ones, but not
release.
by fucking
And
much.
starting today, you can pre-order a special double pack. Stay tuned.
See
for more
those
information.
Those
hope you will
boxes
look
there for the
forward
double
to
pack
new
are what
Pokemon
the
adventures
shapes
in
that
the
they have
gallery.
for the 3DS ones, and that's why the
Thank you for
artwork
watching.
actually looks cool when it's in a square. Pokemon Company don't know how to make the tall Switch boxes look cool. They don't know how to do it. Like, that doesn't look interesting, but when you can see the whole Pokemon the way it did on there, it actually looks cool. I keep forgetting to turn off repeat on these things, so I keep fucking it up and not having repeat on. So I keep, whatever. Behind the scenes stuff, doesn't matter. Okay, that was cool. That was cool. I am excited by what I saw there. I like the new Pokemon that they did show off. Like, there wasn't any there that I disliked. The edgy fucking Metal Bird Taxi was dope. Actually, no. The evolution of Gossifleur I don't like. Not because I think its design is bad, but because it stops it from looking like Gossifleur. So there's that. I was totally right, by the way, on a new gimmick that they're introducing that they're going to abandon later with Dynamaxing. It seems to be them trying to compromise between Mega Evolutions and Z moves. For me personally, I don't find Mega Evolutions or Z moves interesting enough to care about them while playing the main game. And I find them just annoying to deal with in the meta game. Like, of actually trying to play competitively against people. So I don't care for either of those. I think they're both... Like, the idea of them is cool when you first see them, and then they grow tired pretty damn quickly. Like, seeing a new Z move they haven't seen before in Sun and Moon was fun when you saw it. And then I got tired to just have to always deal with it. And the Mega Evolution's a cool concept, but almost all of them look shit and just ruins the meta for those Pokemon, because now if you don't Mega Evolve these particular Pokemon, then you're not playing optimally. And because it requires a hold move, it means that, like, you can have interesting strategies with those Pokemon with a hold item, but then you know that you're basically just gimping yourself in so many situations because you're not Mega Evolving that Pokemon instead. And it's just... I've never liked how those gimmicks have affected the meta. I've never liked it, and I've never enjoyed them enough just playing through the game casually to beat the game to actually warrants that how much it ruins the meta for me. Like, I've not gone into competitive aspects of, like, X and Y or Sun and Moon very much at all. Like, I touch it a little bit and then I just drop completely off. And Mega Evolutions and Z moves are a big part of why. There's other aspects, like me let's playing those games and just taking so much longer to actually beat those games before I start caring about the metagame and the competitiveness is obviously a part of it. Because it means that I'm playing the game for so many more months before I start doing that. So how long a Pokemon game can get me interested for, so much of that time is used up during the Let's Play thing, because Let's Playing the game takes so much longer for me than just if I was playing the game on my own. So that's definitely a part of it. But the Mega Evolutions and Z moves have been a part of that. So it's just, once again, saying that, yes, they're going for one of these ideas again, does disappoint me. Hopefully, though, the execution of it is better. It does seem to be, it's a big, giant thing for spectacle. It's changing the Pokemon, making them fucking huge, and these gigantic moves. So, it feels like it's them trying to mix Z moves and Mega Evolutions together. We're not going to see it in Gen 9. We're not going to. If they've got any track record that they'll actually keep. But I won't judge Dynamaxing as bad just yet. But I know how this goes in previous ones, so I'm not excited for how fun it's going to be. The idea of fighting a giant Dynamax Pokemon in a cooperative raid battle with multiple people, like your friends, that's fucking cool. If we actually have this giant area between towns that's called the Wild Area, that is just multiple people can load there together and play together, even though playing together in a Pokemon game is kind of weird because it's, you encounter a Pokemon, go into a turn-based match and then come out of it. So unless like maybe you both run into a thing together, you can find other wild trainers in the wild area, like other players online, and you can battle against them, or you can go into like double battles against wild Pokemon, things like that, or depending on how natively and like dynamically you can do things with other people, that definitely matters in terms of how interesting that is. But it's a cool concept, and I'm like immediately excited for what that can do, how well it plays out. Again, we'll have to wait until the game comes out, because like I love the Pokemon games and I love Pokemon, but it's just their execution on their ideas has such this wild fluctuation of it, where there's ideas that they do really well at and then others that they do that were just not interesting. Some ideas where they try to do new things, but they just fall behind. One of the biggest examples of that is the amount of ideas that they tried to do in black and white that you can clearly see are features that the 3DS as a console included in it. Like street passes in black and white for a DS console. The way that the cities move, it is trying to get towards what the 3DS was able to do in terms of like rendering and everything like that. And it's just, but it was released on a DS. I think possibly even after the 3DS came out, or not long before the 3DS came out. It's just like, but it was on the 3DS. Those ideas could have been like introduced in with the game so much cleaner and so much nicer. So it's just, I love these games and I always enjoy playing through them. It's just, I just feel like there's a lot of times and a lot of the ideas that they have that they drop the ball on, while other times they do some of them really well. Like, my best example being Alola. Alola as a world design is my favorite world. It feels like an actual place, which is a hard thing that most of the previous Pokemon games have failed at. They feel like a grid-based thing that is just there to be a Pokemon thing, where Alola felt like it was actually a place to explore, and obviously the power of the 3DS compared to previous ones is a part of that, and having more time on that compared to X and Y is another big part of that. So it's just, seeing what I saw today in this makes me excited. I like the concept of the wild area. If the wild area gives a completely different structure to the overall world design of a Pokemon game, I'm excited for that immediately, because the overall maps for Pokemon games are alright and interesting, but they do have kind of a very typical trend of just like a circle around, or a up and a down, or like a zigzag through it. And because of that nature of you have to, like, they have to design it so it's a world that you progress through, does hinder that, making it feel like a real place before, aspect, which is something that I think Alola got kind of a good balance between, but leaned a little bit more towards it's a place to progress through, and it's designed to be an interesting thing to progress through. So if the wild area completely changes the structure of it, I'm completely happy with that, even if it means it completely changes how it functions, and it's no longer one area that you progress through linearly, and if it's just, fuck it, it's open, you can do whatever you want, or like, you'll have to go to like this town to get something here, so you can go to this town, so you can do the next thing here, get the badge from here, so you can go like fight the people here. If it changes structure like that, I'm totally cool with that, because it is a little bit tired in terms of Pokemon, although they still seem to have gyms, but not interesting gyms. I don't know, like, I'm excited for it, but it's just, every aspect of the game, every time I see these Pokemon things, I'm excited, and there's an asterisk after every single point that I'm excited by. I hope it's going to be good. It's going to be good. There has not been a main series Pokemon game that I've been disappointed with. The closest I've come to being disappointed with a main series game is X and Y, because there's a lot of parts of X and Y that just aren't that interesting. In terms of the villains and the worlds, which I can never remember the fucking name of. But it has Holucha, so I can't complain about that, and also the pacing of that game, because Badge 1 and 2 are about 8 hours apart, and then you get the rest of them. Like, Badge 2 is like halfway through the time of that game, it's fucking bizarre. And Black and White, I wasn't disappointed by any parts of Black and White in terms of it not doing well, but the themes and ideas that they represented with their villains, they establish it at the start so fucking strongly, and then went absolutely nowhere with it, so yeah. I'm excited, and it's just, it's going to be good. I'm always going to enjoy it. I can't imagine this game botching the design and structure of a Pokemon game so hard that I don't enjoy it, but it's just, I hope the ideas that they introduce in this game meet their potential of what they could be, because it's always been, for me personally, the part that's been lacking the most in Pokemon games. I'm still excited, and I'm really impressed with both the legendaries. I like how they kind of look similar to each other, and even their names are very similar, so it implies that, I mean, they're Sword and Shield. Normally people wield both of those things together, so I'm curious what the third form's going to be. Is it going to be another fusion thing, which is another thing from Black and White to an Ultra Sun and Moon that I do not care for, the fusion of Pokemon. I think that's weird. But either way, I'm excited. They made a Shield Pokemon look fucking cool that wasn't Aegislash, so I'm impressed. Like, an Aegislash's whole deal is that it's both. This is going to turn into Aegislash, though. You know, Aegislash better be in this fucking game, or it would be nonsense. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, because at this point, the video length is getting to double the length of the actual Direct, so I'm excited, and I'm happy, and don't evolve Gossifleur, because it looks worse when you do so. So, until, well, next week, actually, is E3. I'm going to be doing the Nintendo Direct. I'm going to try and do the Xbox One. I don't know if there's any other parts of E3 that I'm going to do, like Bethesda, Devolver Digital, and things like that. I'm not as interested in, and I just don't think that would be as... Well, Devolver Digital is something that I just watch on my own and laugh and just be like, okay, that was a bit dumb, though. And I can't imagine Bethesda announcing anything and that would make me either hate it so much that my reaction would be funny, or like it so much that my reaction would be exciting. So I don't know if I'll do that. But Xbox and Nintendo, I'll do. obviously, because I'm in Australia and I have to work around these hours and sleep often when they come out. It's not going to be instant, but hey. Looking forward to E3 and looking forward to Pokemon later this year. There's a very decent chance that I'm probably going to Let's Play it because I've done that for the last 2 generations, so I might as well continue the trend. So, until those multiple things from next week to multiple months from now, this is Version2, signing out.